Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the types of SQL queries. So let's just begin. Now there are four types of SQL commands. These are DDL, DML, DCL and DQL. Now starting off with DDL, what basically is DDL? DDL stands for Data Definition Language. It is used to define the schema of a database. It is used to define the structure of a database. It deals with how to create the database, how you can create a table into the database, but not the data. It does not deals with the data within the database, but it only deals with the definition of objects within the database, like table in the database, like the database itself, how to create the database and how to create tables inside the database. Following commands fall under the DDL. These are create command, alter, drop, delete, rename and comment. Now moving on to DML. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. It allows us to manipulate with our data inside our database. It allows us to interact with the data inside the database to manipulate with the data inside the database. Now it includes most of the SQL queries. The commands that fall under DML are insert, update, and delete. Now moving on to DQL. DQL stands for Data Query Language. DQL statements allows us to interact with our database using the queries. Now it allows us to manipulate to interact with our database schema based on the queries passed to it. It also falls under the DML and select query falls under the DQL. Now moving on to the DCL. DCL stands for Data Control Language. It allows us to access the permissions, the controls, or the rights to the database. There are two types of DCL queries. These are grant and revoke. Grant allows us to grant the permission to the user or to the creator of the database, and revoke allows us to take the permission back from the user. So that was all for today. Hope you understood.